Come on, come on, come on. Let's get started. Let's get started. Hello, everyone, and welcome to my channel. I have finally returned from my face-to-face lecture today. We're going to be having them, I think, twice a month. Anyways, I attempted to do a live stream earlier, but not knowing that the internet was only available from my room to the lobby. So basically, the video just cut right out, and I'm sorry about that. How is everyone doing? Hi, welcome to my YouTube channel. Thanks for stopping by, and let's have a chit chat. And I just want to talk about balancing life with my YouTube channel and being a law student. I just find that I am going to have to prioritize my study because I don't want anything to interfere with my studies. But at the same time, I know that I have to also produce my videos to my loyal subscribers. So I'm going to be finding a balance on how to do that. I have not yet found that balance because, you know, circumstances have changed with respect to how we are going to classes, and most of our classes are being done online. And it's just a balance and getting into the groove of setting a plan and also having a contingency plan to make sure that I am getting my assignments done. There's lots of work this time around. I'm in final year, and there is lots of work to be done, but I am going to remain proactive in reference to doing my videos, making sure that my priorities are in place with regards to making sure that I get really, really good grades. So to have a balanced life is key so that I'm able to satisfy everyone's needs as well. So this morning, I went to a face-to-face lecture, and let me tell you, I don't know if any of you could remember, I did a Facebook Live months ago, and I have been personally affected by this horrendous virus that is rampant. I lost a really, really good girlfriend, and I also lost my dad's brother 8 days later. So I am extremely paranoid, and I shouldn't be. And I have now become addicted to hand sanitizer. Oh my goodness. I'm going through that like water. Anyways, so to have to go into a lecture hall to do my lectures is somewhat nerve-wracking, but if you don't go, you're going to miss out a lot of good opportunities of knowing what is required from the professor of you. And I was really impressed because this was one of the first one that I attended, that the way how they have the seating arrangement spaced out, it was giving me a little bit of affirmation that I'm going to be okay. It's just to make sure that once I leave, I am doing the necessary safety of washing my hands and making sure that I'm wiping down everything. So the lecture this morning was very, very, very informative, and it had to do with the structure because we're going to be doing a final assessment, and that is going to go towards our grades. And the structure was explained to us, so I was really happy that I attended that. I needed that lecture because I read the material, and it is extremely complex. And many of you that are following me, even on Messenger, if you don't see me respond, that means I am busy trying to strategize in reference to getting my work done. My timetable is a really, really good one in terms of the days that I am off. So I have a 1 hour on Monday, a 1 hour on Tuesday. I'm off on Wednesday, but then Thursday and Friday I get back to the books. So if you send me a message, because I know we've been corresponding a lot by MSN Messenger, but if you send me a message and I haven't responded, that means I'm not ignoring you. And someone told me that they realized that I am always up really late. So my phone is always turned on. It's never turned off, but that doesn't mean that I have access to my phone. So if you see me online, that doesn't mean that all I'm doing is being online with other individuals. So let's talk about my artwork and being a law student. One of the things that I can say beyond a shadow of a doubt is that when I get very, very overwhelmed, I will just get up from my desk, my study desk, and I feel the urge to just paint. And because I believe that art heals and it gives me that kind of an outlet to just calm my nerves down, refocus, and re strategize. So I am committed to producing while I'm studying my art. Once again, as soon as I get overwhelmed with information overload on my brain, I just walk away, I get a canvas, and I start to paint. And that is what balance me as, in terms of my study and then my art. Law is a very, very complex subject, and it requires a lot of legal research, lots of note taking, lots of case studies. And sometimes when you go to a case study, it has hundreds of pages. So you have to also know what is the judge's decision, because that is important. And when you're doing a module like what I'm doing right now, equity and trust, I have to always make sure that I'm making references to the law and those decided cases. Otherwise, what will be the purpose of me having to do an assignment without making mention or making reference to those case laws? And so that is why it requires a lot of studying. One of the downside to this semester or this year, as it relates to the pandemic, is that I have very limited resource in reference to going to the library. The last 2 years of my study, I spent 99% of my time at the library, but this time I'm very, very apprehensive about going to the library because of all the safety measures that are in place. I've met a couple of my colleagues that said they're still going to the libraries, but I'm taking my age into consideration. I'm taking my health into consideration, and I'm taking the fact that I've lost two close individuals, and I don't want to even go to the library. So I am, most of the time, I'm in my apartment and I'm doing my studies from my apartment. And I remain, focus on my studies because this is something that I am passionate about. I'm passionate about pursuing my career as a aspiring lawyer, and I'm also passionate about having my hobby as an artist. And who's to say that I can't have both, right? Like I make a statement once a couple weeks or days ago, and I said lawyers have a reputation of going golfing, playing tennis, and all that kind of stuff. I am just gonna paint. So that's where the balancing my life as a law student and my art comes in. That once again, I find that my art gives me some kind of solace. Other than reading my Bible, I always lean towards my art to bring me back into focus. So this semester, I have just 2 modules. But next semester, oh my goodness, I am going to be bombarded because then I have three. I have employment law, I have evidence law, I have family law, and then I have the legal clinic. So next semester, I am going to be bombarded with a lot of assignments. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to pre-record some of my paintings, and I'm going to save them in my library so that when I get a little bit of a downtime, I can produce them. So there are going to be, for example, there were 2 that I did back to back, but for some unknown reason, I uploaded number 34 before number 33. However, those videos came out. So it's just a matter of me getting inventory. I call them inventory in terms of, recording and keeping them in my library to produce, because like I said, I have a little bit of leadway this semester, because this semester I'm only doing those two subjects, despite the fact that the equity and trust is a very, very heavy module and requires a lot of research. I've never been exposed to that area of law before, but it only makes, from a common sense perspective, what you're dealing with. I'm dealing with, wills, trusts, beneficiaries, trustees, things of that nature. So all common sense perspective, but you still have to do an extensive legal research to make sure that you are on the right track in terms of the format that the professor is expecting. And and I, I am always looking for top grades. So if I beat myself up if I'm thinking, does this satisfy the requirement of a top grade? And I will get into my books even more. So there might be some time where you guys, especially on my messenger, when you're trying to engage me in a conversation, but I might not be responding. I am not upset. So I said, are you upset with me? I'm not upset. I'm just busy. So just bear with me. And this is not even the final frontier for me going forward, because when I return, I'm in the UK, and when I return to Canada, I still have another milestone to accomplish where I still have to get prepared for the national accreditation exam before I get an opportunity to sit the bar exam. So some of these subjects that I am doing right now, they're going to be repetitive, and I need to have a really, really good grade, because I was told that if I get good grades, then some of those subjects, instead of repeating them, my grades will be taken into consideration. So that is why I need really, really good grades. In terms of my painting, I am very, very passionate about doing my painting as well, because I realized that over the summer when I was home in Canada, I was shocked. I had some phenomenal sales from my artwork, and some of the artwork that I had hidden away in my basement and I felt they were mediocre, those were the ones that sold. So art is not what I perceive, but it is what the other individual that have the eyes and the passion for art as well will see something totally different from what I see. So anytime that you are going to do any kind of painting, whether it be abstract, whether it be fluid, whether it be just sketching, just realize that you might think it is not, the best, but hey, art is how you perceive it, right? So I'm going to stay on top of producing my videos and, you know, incorporate that with my studies, because my studies are very important. And also, my YouTube content is also important. So that is where I would be finding a balance of how to, bring my content to my viewers, and also make sure that I get great grades with my study. Well, the reason why I chose coming to the UK to do my law degree had a lot to do with the fact that I was in practice as a licensed paralegal for over 8 years. And I felt that I built my brand, my name was out there, and I just wanted to take it a step further, because many people would have, suggest, why don't you go to law school? Why don't you go to law school? And only just to take it a little step further, to continue with my brand, I decided to come to law school in the UK. And a lot of variables I took into consideration. For example, the price point and the time frame, where I would have to spend maybe about 8 years in Canada moving forward to get my law degree, I could do it here in 3 years, coupled with the 1.5 year when I go back to Canada. So in short, I can get my law degree in 4.5 years as opposed to 8 years. And I have a large clientele waiting on me. Most of my clients, they were on board when I advised that I was going to be coming to law school, and they said, just go, come back, we're here for you. So I thank them as well for giving me the inspiration to come over to the UK and do my law degree. So once I return to Canada, like I said, I still have to pursue some courses that I have to do in an effort to qualify me to sit the bar exam. I would also, when I get back to Canada, try to be involved in my community in terms of doing some art shows with the work that I produce. Just last week, I ran into a gentleman. He has art gallery here, and he's invited me to do an exhibition sometime in December because he was very impressed with my artwork. But that's neither here nor there because I might be here in December or I might go back to Canada to visit my family. So that's up in the air for now. I have also made a post on Facebook, and that post was advising anyone that wants to get involved, their children especially, into the painting industry, that I'm going to be researching and looking into doing some art classes for kids. I've had some inquiries and the feedback is really, really good. So that is going to be coming if it is the will of God and life is spared, hopefully summer 2021. You always have to have a plan for your vision. So my vision for 2021 is to infiltrate some art classes for kids, and that is look out for further announcement on my Facebook channel. Anyone that wants to connect with me too, please. I'm looking for people to connect with me through Facebook, and my Facebook profile name is Dawn Bascom. It's not Kinch. Kinch is my married name. Bascom is my maiden name. So Bascombe, Dawn Bascom. Just send me a friend request and we can also connect with one another so that when I release one of my videos, I always release them on Facebook first, and then you would be able to follow the link over to YouTube. So as a law student, I am passionate about, continue to pursue my modules and get good grades. And as a content provider, I am going to continue to produce my videos. However, like I said, I'm going to have to create some in a library so that I can release them, because next semester I am going to be flooded with work. Oh my goodness. One of the good things about one of the modules that I will be doing next semester is family law, and I'm having an opportunity to explore that area right now because I'm doing what is called a legal clinic, and they've given a case that I have to sort of simulate, and it's gonna give me some exposure to the family law area. So with that being said, I just want to say thanks for all of my supporters, my old subscribers. Thanks for being there for me. My new subscribers, thanks for coming on board. And if you haven't subscribed yet, what are you waiting for? Just hit the notification bell as well so that you will be notified each time I upload a new video. And just come on board. Let's get the show going. The aspiring lawyer, fluid art painter, and I am going to be throwing paint, throwing ideas out there. Just, keep watching. And I love all of you. And Oh, before I go, announcement. You guys know what I'm talking about. The announcement for October 20th, which is around the corner. So this is even a test that, yes, I could see the comments coming in. Not like the last time when the comment section was not, yeah, we're on board. So October 20th, surprises. And we are going to do a grand raffle. Yeah, you guys are excited for this grand raffle? Yeah, get your friends to get involved because there's a cutoff point, and I think the cutoff point, and if my admin can come, make sure you tell your new invites that there is going to be a deadline. So we don't want anyone to miss this grand raffle, and we're going to have fun with it. I'm going to be putting things, names in a hat. I'm pulling the hat. One of my admin, she should let me know how to do that wheel, like the wheel of fortune. We need to put the names on the wheel and get the wheel spinning, and we need to get other people involved, new invites involved. Let's have fun with this channel. Let's have fun and keep the momentum going. I like what I'm seeing. I like your commitment. Thanks for being so committed to me. I love you like family, and put October 20th on your calendar because big surprises are coming and we are gonna have fun. So, peace out. God loves you, and so do I. Until then, goodbye.